Welcome back, everyone. I'm JTXRP, and once again, we are doing the different founders series. And so I have Fred here with us today, and he's going to tell us a little bit about himself and him being, of course, one of the founders in this series. So, Fred, thank you for joining me. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into your position in Bloc and so forth. So, let everyone know who you are first. So, for those who aren't aware, at least in the crypto space.
All right. Thank you, JT. My name is Fred Rispoli. I am an attorney. I'm licensed in California, Arizona, and with the U.S. Supreme Court. And I have been an avid XRP community member since about 2018, but didn't really start doing a lot of public posting or whatnot until April of 22, when I decided to sue Jay Clayton and Bill Henman for some real despicable actions that everybody's well familiar with regard to the SEC Ripple case. And since then, I've just been doing my best to kind of provide my own commentary, my own thought process. As the community knows, when you put a lot of people together, you got a lot of interesting ideas, and the ideas can bounce off each other, get refined better and better. So that is how it all started publicly. And then, because of those efforts, you, Patrick, a lot of other Bloc members reached out, and I got involved with the Bloc. I know we'll talk about that in a second. I used to do law work and still do legal work for medical malpractice and nursing home abuse, always kind of fighting for people that were injured or hurt by large corporations, that were acting greedily. And I've been in love with the crypto space for so much that I've been transitioning to do more of a full-time crypto practice. I do a lot of work for Reaper Financial. And I've also recently kind of gotten off my own firm off the ground. It is called hoddlaw. And awesome. You can go to, if you're interested, hoddlaw.org, O-R-G, or you can follow me on Twitter, Freddie Riz, FREDDYRIZ, or at hoddle_law.
Gotcha. You can also, if you're interested, you can go, I'm sure it'll be linked on the website as well, on our About page. So if you want to get to those that way, there'll be links to all those and more in the description of this video if you're interested as well. So well, cool. Now that people know a little bit about you, tell us about your role within Bloc and your contributions or anything you want to talk about, I guess.
Sure. So, what's so great about Bloc is, there's a lot of associations already out there about, crypto and projects and whatnot. So we didn't want to, as you're well aware, be just another cookie cutter organization. And so we do things a lot differently. We wanted it to be member focused, member driven, highly selective, not in a sense of people, kind of lording over who's going to get in or out, but highly selective in the sense of these are very stringent standards, high quality standards that your project has to meet to be involved. And, it's not a pay to play organization. It really is very open, very decentralized, and really just looking out for the good of the community. As a lawyer, I was asked to help out on a lot of the legal side of the organization, just make sure we've got the right structure, got the right operations in place, and are kind of doing things by the book, so to speak, because as we all know, there's a lot of regulatory uncertainty out there, and you want to have a good game plan on the legal side, when you're a project that's operating, especially in the US, when everybody on the regulator side has just been completely abandoning their duties.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why we're here, right? Is for self-regulation, for people to impose the good actions on themselves, or that already are, bring them together so that we can have a greater impact. What are your hopes for Bloc and in terms of the future? I know we're getting launched here. We're filming this for those who are interested the day before launch. So it's really exciting, and wanted to ask, what are your hopes for Bloc in the future?
Well, I want it to be the standard setting, organization for crypto projects. And so from my own background, when I sue a hospital or a nursing home or a medical facility, that really hurts somebody, a lot of the times, the first thing I do is I go to these particular organizations that are, I won't name any, but it's easy to find. They're accrediting bodies that basically say, this is what the accepted standard is for surgery. This is what the accepted standard is for anesthesia. And everybody goes to that, and there's a lot of accrediting bodies out there, but certain ones are considered the quote gold standard. And so that's what I really envisioned for Bloc. That's what I want it to be, with everybody's help and input. And so you've got that as the go-to for a gold standard, where if somebody say does get scammed or rugged by a project, and they are suing them, for example, that would be a piece of evidence like, well, one of the greatest standard setting organizations in the field is Bloc. They require you to do X, Y, and Z. This company didn't do it. They did not meet the standard of care. And so I would love for the standard of care to be synonymous with Bloc. And that's what we're all trying to build. And then obviously, as a part of any organization, we want to get a strong community, really cool projects, really high quality projects. And then when everybody's interacting, just to talk about standards and moving forward, they all also, as a great side benefit, get to share what they're doing in the community, and makes everybody's projects that much better.
Yep. It's great so that people can know, I guess, who to collaborate with, and in a safer way, for sure. What would you tell, or do you want to speak to any of the community out there, whether they be projects, other lawyers or experts that might be interested in joining Bloc? Is there anything that you would tell them, or do you have a message for them today?
Yeah, I would just say, why don't you follow us when we launch if you're interested, see what's going on, see what the project's all about, see what the founding projects are that already went through the process, so that we had some projects on board before the formal launch. Reach out to anybody, you, me, Patrick, James, William, anybody that's on the board or any project member, if you want to get more information. And if you want to submit your project for entry and inclusion, go ahead and do it. You don't have to be leading a project. I don't have any coding experience or have created any projects. For me, I'm doing this on my expertise, which is the crypto legal side. So there's lots of different ways you can help, you can be involved. And, the only reason that I got involved was through being involved with the XRP community. And then I got reached out to in order to do this. So it's just a very great community. I mean, it's not just XRP ledger focused only, although, we do have a lot of XRPL projects to begin with. But, come out, because it is something that, we want to hope you can use if you are a project as a great stamp of approval, to go out and, help you build your project and take it to the next level if you've got this stamp of approval from Bloc.
Awesome. Yeah, and we'd love to have you go and do all those things. If you want to go to the join Bloc page on the website, you can start with there's a form that will allow you to do your own self-assessment, and that self-assessment will feed you into a queue for an application. So please make sure to go do that. But yeah, I hope you'll if you enjoyed the AMA, after, because this is going to release after launch, please look in the description for links, and if I remember to do so, a pinned comment might be there too. You can check out hoddlaw as well as Fred Rispoli. And but thank you for joining us today, Fred, and let us know if you have any questions in the comments below, or reach out. But thank you so much. I'm JTXRP. This is Fred Rispoli, and we're out.